Fa'afine means mannerism of a woman, but in Samoan terms, it's the umbrella for queer or LGBTI. So we all come under the one umbrella for the word fa'afine, so it includes everyone. So that's the term there, which we have a big association there in Samoa, which is the Samoan Fa'afine Association, where I embrace myself and my identity in Samoa, and where I became myself. I'm a very proud person over there in Samoa. And I am now known as an elder in the community of Samoa, with that being a Samoan Fa'afine. To be an elder, it comes with respect and what you've actually done within the Samoan Fa'afine community. You know, I started in New Zealand where I was one of the youngins, you know, the young ones, and, you know, I did a lot of, you know, support and was in a lot of the associations. So, you know, I was always around them. They, you know, they put a roof over my head and they supported me through my hard times. And I've always committed to whatever they were doing. And when it was my turn to look after some of the Fa'afines, not only Samoan, this is other Polynesian cultures, Pacific Islanders I'm talking about, I was there for them. So you earn this little bit of a respect, but then you start to get a name within the Samoan Fa'afine community. And then, you know, you just, at a certain age, you know, as I'm now in my mid-50s, we become the name elder comes into you know, being called, and so, you know, that's why I had to come to terms with being called an elder, and I embrace it. And I'm very honoured to be called an elder nowadays, even though, you know, my brain still thinks, you know, I'm 22. And I was brought up in a town called Porirua, which was like, I would compare it to Broadmeadows here in Melbourne. So it was a very rough area, and you could not be yourself. If you swang as a male back then, you were bashed. I was very lucky. I had a brother that was 2 years older than me, and he was in rugby. So I was protected in that way, but you had to watch your back. I just knew I was more wanting to be around girls. I was effeminate, and that's the way I was. And I didn't understand why, you know, all the boys in my class were playing rugby and that, but I don't want to play rugby. I'd rather be running around, you know, playing girly stuff. It's just the way it was. But you knew it was wrong. You were told it was wrong. There were horrible names you were called back then, you know, sissy, pufta, you know, stuff like that, which you knew it was horrible and it was hurting. But, you know, but I didn't speak the Samoan language back then. But my mother and my elder sisters used to call me fa'afine, and I knew that word meant something effeminate. See, that word to me at that time, being in New Zealand, I thought was a horrible word. I thought it meant pufta or something like that. So it wasn't until I went to Samoa and understood the word and what it actually meant, then I understood why, you know, we embrace it and we're proud of it. But at the time, I didn't want to be a fa'afine because I just thought it was the same word in English, which meant puff or something like that. You just watched each other's back because we had no one else to look after each other. We never had the police that watched our back. If anything happened to us, there was one incident where my car was stolen, you know, and once we contacted the police, then the police came, and once they realised it was us, they went home. They had no respect for us. But if I was a normal citizen, of course, fine, yes, we'll take Prince, we la 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 la. We weren't counted as a citizen. So we just soldiered on. We knew it is. And so when we got attacked and that, we looked after each other. We never went to the police because we know we weren't going to be protected. So we looked after we looked after each other. We would take that person, we'll let them cry on our shoulder. I'll cry on someone else's shoulder. And we looked after each other. If any young whawhawhine is watching this and just letting them know that we're always going to be there for them if they want advice, they want support, and always whawhawhines will be out there for putting the roof over their head, especially trans. That we will always be there for you. But we're there for the LGBTI community in general, because that's what we are. We have to have each other.